Hey, it's June 4th and we find ourselves in Proverbs chapters 4 through 6. In Star Wars: Attack of the Clones, Anakin Skywalker dropped his lightsaber while he and Obi-Wan were chasing an assassin. Obi-Wan caught and returned Anakin's lightsaber to him and reminded him that this weapon is your life. Now, for you Star Wars fans, yes, I know this is Obi-Wan's lightsaber, not Anakin's. Now, in a similar way, King Solomon implores his children to never forget the wisdom that comes from God. He understood that if we hold on to wisdom, we will experience the life that we were made for. Wisdom is our life. In 3 different sections of chapter 4, Solomon tells us that one of the greatest sources of wisdom is actually from godly parents. Solomon begs his children to listen to him and to not forget the things that he teaches them. In verse 7, he gives them one job: get wisdom. He said, get wisdom, and whatever you get insight. And in verses 14 through 19, Solomon warns us to not imitate wicked people. Chapter 5 is devoted completely to warning us away from those who are sexually immoral, as well as chapter 6, verses 20 through 35. We were already warned a little bit about the adulteress in chapter 2, but here Solomon lets us know how adultery is tempting. He said we can avoid it by not even going near someone who is sexually immoral, and warns that adultery only leads to death. These verses describe disease or a jealous partner or spouse that can kill you if you engage in this. In reality, adultery will never satisfy us. We will get hurt, and even if we live, we will regret it. Chapter 6 branches out into 3 new subjects. In verses 1 through 5, Solomon warns his children to not become responsible for somebody else's debt. In today's language, don't co-sign for somebody else's loan, especially if you don't even know them. If you do this, get out of it immediately. In verses 6 through 11, he tells his children to always work hard, like the ant, because laziness leads to poverty. And in verses 12 through 19, Solomon warns his children about worthless people, a phrase that came to mean people of the devil. We can tell who they are because they deceive people and they create conflict between others, but they will be punished by God in a manner appropriate to their ways. The truth is, God hates sin. Specifically here, Solomon lists 7 things: pride, lies, hurting the innocent, planning evil, wanting to join others in evil, bearing false witness against someone, and causing conflict between people. Some of those sound familiar in our culture right now? The implications here are, watch out for these people and don't be one of them. So what can we take away from today's passages? First, God loves us enough to warn us about the things that will hurt us and others. We can avoid sin's consequences and God's discipline if we stay away from evil people and don't imitate them. My prayer for us today is that we listen to Solomon's warnings so that we are not tempted by or imitate those who sin, so that we work hard so that we do not become poor, and that we'd imitate godly people, especially godly parents, and no matter what else we pursue in life, at the very least, we get wisdom. This weapon is our life. Wisdom is found here when we fear and respect God and His Word. If you haven't done so already, please download our Through the Bible reading plan at asperiacommunitychurch.org/throughthebible. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.